Hey, how's everyone doing today? It's a wonderful Wednesday, right? So, guys, how's everyone doing today? How's your mood? How are your trading successes so far? Do you have any stories to share that you want to share with me or maybe with your fellow traders? Right. So, guys, the let's first of all wait for some questions. I think they should arrive shortly. And afterwards, we are going to start with our strategy of the day, which is what? Which is Jektar, right? So Jektar. But as you can see, I've been trading quite a lot. The new index crashed 300, and I've made really nice profits. Even though sometimes, obviously, you don't have all. Like, I mean, it's kind of like this obvious thing, right? You're never going to have all trades in green. So of course you have some red ones as well. But the point is, like the main issue is how you close your trades at the end of the day. So for example here, um, so right. Hey, hello. So USD GPY, the question, how so beautiful chart? Yes, the chart is specific, right? It's quite a unique thing. It only this kind of chart you're only going to see at crash 300 index, right? So it's only this index where you're going to see something like this, right? So it's not really something that you can see on many charts. It's kind of it's a limited edition, right? It's limited edition, and it is only available with crash 300. Love you too. Thank you guys. I love trading. I love you all. So let's jump straight into trading. So today's strategy is going to be Jektar, and once I enable this strategy, we can see that this strategy can also be applied, in fact, to, so we can type here, so we write Jektar. I think it's universal in our platform, languages, and you can see that these three simple moving averages, so let's make them a little bit thicker, like to the most thickest thickness possible. And so one key point that I want to mention is that many people ask me now and have been asking my colleagues, my friends here in Olymp Trade. So what's the story with this crash 800 index? So there is a description here. If you type here crash 300, you're gonna read a little bit about this index. Basically, it represents, better to say, it simulates stock market crashes. And the nature of crashes is this. So you kind of have this long and slow growth, and then you usually have this quick boom, like crash. So this is reflected in the nature of this index, and the idea is to sort of try and anticipate when this crash will happen. There are quite a few strategies that are possible with this index. I might talk about them in a little bit partly in this during this webinar, and at the same time, a very important point, guys. This index, like any other indexes or any other instruments or assets on the in the financial markets, the main aspect about any index, any asset, any stock, any commodity, any pretty much anything is that they all follow the rules of technical analysis and, well, not so much fundamental analysis in certain cases, because fundamental analysis is only applicable only to certain ones. But as for technical analysis, all these indices, they do follow it, right? Any asset follows, like any chart. If we switch to 5-minute chart, you're going to see that pretty much it looks just like maybe natural gas chart or platinum chart. It's also kind of choppy and a little bit slow. and has this quite strange nature. But generally speaking, all assets follow, all charts follow the same principles, the same patterns, and that is why this asset is suitable for mid term or intraday trading as well, and long term as well. And given this multiplier of 200, well, the main maybe issue with this index, with this asset, is that it sort of requires a lot of accuracy and a lot of cautiousness, a lot of caution. So if you are to able, if you want to open a trade, for example, here in the downwards direction, then since stop out here, since the size of stop out here equals 50%, you kind of only have four candlesticks, four green candlesticks, four candlesticks of growth in your favor, and then afterwards you get kicked out of position, right? You lose your position, and then you have to reopen. Or I mean, like you can like just enter it once and maybe not reopen your position. But I usually, if I'm determined, if I feel that, for example, like in this case, we are about to see the head and shoulders pattern, I'm pretty sure that it is now forming, and that's why I did open this trade, and pretty much I'll be holding on to this trade, and I do not want to close it, right? And maybe if it sort of, if I lose this trade, then I will re-enter, and maybe I can even apply loss compensation system, the loss compensation system, or martingale in my next trade. And there are also scalping strategies, but let's talk about them a little bit, a little further down the road now. And right now, guys, I want to concentrate on this strategy. So we have Jektar strategy, right? And what I want to do now is I want to find a few trades. I want to go ahead and open a few trades, and this is going to be my trade number one, which is kind of like an advanced trade, I should say. It's not really like not the best trade for, you know, to explain how this stuff works, but right, let's go ahead and open a down trade here, which is a more no, hold on, let me find that perfect trade for you, and I will explain how this strategy works. Right, here it is, Braz index. Does everyone have this index available? Maybe not. Let's find something that is all right. Cool, we have found it. So GBP USD. So as you can see in this strategy, we have three SMAs, or three simple moving averages, and they all have obviously, why would we need three of them with the same period? No, in fact, they have different periods. So they have period of 50, 100, and 200. Right, and these levels, these simple moving averages, they act as dynamic levels of support and resistance. So in this case right now, GBP USD. So currently price is stuck between two SMA. So the 200 SMA and the 100 SMA, right? And basically what you do in this case. So the answer is quite simple. You want to open a down trade from the above, from the SMA above, and you also want to open an up trade from the lower SMA in case price drops here. And well, yeah, that's exactly when you that's exactly when you would want to open a trade. So a very important point here is that you don't want to open an up trade or down trade here, kind of in the middle of the range. You want to open your trades positions once the price drops, drops here towards the 200 SMA. Right, and yeah, in this case, we just have to kind of wait and see, wait until yeah, right, hurrah, voila. Great. So this is kind of like the classic entry with this strategy. So price approaches an SMA, it can be either one of these three, or you can even change these parameters or periods a little bit and sort of customize this strategy even further. But this is my classic approach. This is my like ultra classic thing with trades, and that's it. And maybe something that you couldn't really figure out when I started talking about this aromatic tie index. The situation looked like this. So we had this breakdown, again rebound towards this 200 SMA, and then I opened a trade downwards from there. Voila. Whew. So and going back to crash 300, guys, look, this index, it has this multiple top. So as I said, it's kind of possible. You can also do scalping, right? So after each crash, you can easily close your trade, your down trade, your profitable one like this one, and see, and that's it. Like you're just saved your, you've taken your profits, right? So as we know, it is very important to take your profits, right? Because sometimes we just let our profits like sort of live their own life, and then those profits, they disappear. So sometimes that stuff happens, right? So I kind of so why I just opened another trade in the downwards direction is that I keep feeling this pressure from sellers. So it's kind of there. That's what I feel. I don't know. I feel that this market crash, the next market crash, can happen any moment of time. Now let's go back to our Jectar strategy. And yeah, wow, what do we have here? So on gold, we now have this different pattern, which is called role reversal. So the price broke below this 200 SMA, right? And we are currently trading below it. So in this case, now we can, well, what we can do is we can open a down trade here. So and it'll be this kind of reversal pattern, and this 200 SMA, it used to act as a resistance level, as a support level. Now it currently acts as a support level. So or another option would be to place a pending order. So you first want to remember the price. So it'll be 2001.60 or 600, like this. And once the price approaches or reaches this level, then my pending order will turn into a trade, and the next trade according to the strategy will open. Now here is a similar story with aromatic tie index, and now the blue line here, the 50 SMA, right here it is. So that's my entry, so downwards. So the main point of this strategy is that you want to open trades as close to your SMAs as possible, right? So you don't want to open trades kind of in the middle of the range, in the middle of a corridor, in the middle of I don't know, like, yeah, somewhere here, right? Even though you might feel this, oh wow, another crash on crash 300, right? So guys, as you can see, we can basically just do scalping all day long. So I take my profits, and now I sort of wait and try to re-enter. So as you can see, this level of inclination is like already kind of pushing downwards, so we can open a trade here, another 300. So going back to our indexes and our Jektar trading strategy, which is in fact one of my favorite trading strategies. So gold, yes, my um, my signal, my pending order was placed, was lying here, was situated here, and there was a slight breakout. So, but yes, the thing is that you never know when and where exactly this breakout will be, to which level. So that kind of goes back to the nature of trading in general, that almost never you're going to have this very exact like level of like support or resistance. They all for the most part they are all kind of like this diffused levels, not really like exact pip on pip, but more of an area. So it's in fact some people don't even don't use this terminology like levels of support and resistance, but instead they go with they call them by areas of support and resistance, and that name basically reflects this idea that it's more of a resistance area or support area rather than the exact level, because when you say level, it basically implies that it's kind of like this um, exact quotation, exact price, and yeah. Okay, I'm trying my luck here on gold with my next asset. So with my next trade. Right. So there aren't many questions today. So yeah, I'm taking live trades. Yes. So a lot of mainly live trades today. Wow, look at this. Crash 300. I'm nailing it. So I'm a little bit worried now. On the one hand, that okay, let me just go ahead and reload my platform. I think it's kind of being too slow. Oh, okay, now it's so much better. I'm sorry. I'm sorry it was so slow. Right. And now I don't want to close this trade. I'm hoping that another crash might come. And as you can see, sometimes these crashes, they sort of like happen two in a row, maybe after one green candlesticks. Sometimes there can be three in a row, even though it's a little bit like not so common. But sometimes these crashes they can be of big size, and you can like pretty much double your trade, double your position, basically get 100% profits with just one trade with 1 minute. So this asset is really volatile, and what I really like about this asset is that it's always on the move, and it has this thing with candlesticks where you can sort of count how many candlesticks are in a row. And I mean, like after 20 candlesticks, after 20 green candlesticks in a row, it's just very unlikely that you're going to end up with, like another one. So the likelihood of continuous green candlesticks, it just diminishes with every next green candlestick. So that's the beauty of this index, that you can sort of count these numbers, these possibilities. Right. So caffeine index. Okay. So breakout, unfortunately, but luckily my trade on gold. So 10 seconds to go. Okay. Let's wait and see. It's kind of a little bit too volatile here, but I think yeah. So this one will be closing with profits. Right. So let me go ahead and start my scanner. I'm basically running my scanner. Um, ooh, so much Right, let's open another trade, aromatic Thai index. We can use another pending order, and that's it. Voila. So pending orders, I use them a lot. Okay, let's open a down trade here since we have this pretty big shadow. So we can hope that this trade actually closes, that actual price goes down. And caffeine index, yes, let's open a trade here. It's another resistance. It's the next resistance level. So with this strategy, basically you keep executing your trade with every setup that is there. So that's the idea of trading, guys. Like you don't really want to think too much about whether like you don't want to sort of do this kind of guessing, like the guesswork. You want to eliminate this guesswork from your strategy. Like you don't want to think too much whether this trade is going to also, is it going to be a profitable trade, is it going to be a losing trade. So you just focus on executing your trading strategy, and that's pretty much it. So you don't really want to like this, and boom, so place a new pending order. So once you trade for quite a long time with this strategy or any other strategy, you sort of start you just basically start seeing these different patterns, and you kind of know even before this happens what you are expecting from the chart. So you don't really need that much time for making a decision. You just sort of make a decision on the run, on the go. So all right, Munch index, a very interesting index. And let's just okay, let's wait a little bit. I'm I want to wait maybe 1-2 minutes. I want to see the next two candlesticks, and then I will decide whether to open a trade or not. All right, our friend the pound, the cable. So this currency goes by the nickname the cable because back in the day, in the middle of last century, there was this telegraph cable between the United States and the United Kingdom, and all exchange of information and data was happening on that cable. So that's why it still goes by the name of cable. So 607 or 606, and yes, that's it. All right, so what is happening with gold? So on gold, okay, so uh, how many profitable trades and how many losing trades I have on gold? So it's kind of this 2 seconds to go, and whew. Okay, that was a kind of this I know one almost 1 pip difference in my favor, which is a little yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It's just, as you can see, these levels on this asset, they don't hold. So in this case, you just want to go ahead and skip that asset for the time being, and try and concentrate on some other ones. All right, so this asset is so good for scalping, guys. I don't know. Okay, so will there going to be a breakout or not? So or breakdown of this SMA 50. So usually there is this upwards bounce on this from this 50 SMA. So I'm gonna skip it for now, and probably I think of closing my trade now. I was already expecting that a few more crashes will happen by now, since they haven't happened, but all right, let's continue. All right, and now up trade. So before we traded, so price stayed the above all three SMAs for quite a while, for more than half an hour, and now it drops to this basically area where the 200 and the 50 SMA they all come together, kind of close, and that's a nice signal for an up trade. So this 50 SMA acts as a support level here, and that's why it bounces off of it. Hmm. This is a difficult one. So it's almost impossible to catch such trades unless you use pending orders, because such patterns, such quick moves, they just happen so rapidly that you just oftentimes you don't really have time to react. There is almost yeah, it just happens so quickly. Oh wow, gold, yeah, it's it looks terrible, right? So the price has been everywhere, up, above, and below of these three simple moving averages. So let's just skip it. Yeah, that's an interesting breakdown on that Thai index. Mm-hmm. Right. So yeah, why don't we try this index? Because obviously we are uptrending. We are in uptrend, and then there's this pullback. So I think yeah, we have pretty nice chances of winning here and having a profitable trade. All right. Mm. So crash 300. Maybe I should just trade this index. Look, it's amazing. So now I have more certainty that we are about to see this breakdown, because we are finally trading below this level. Okay, so it's quite interesting. So, dear traders, has anyone tried this index so far? Please share your thoughts, your ideas. It will be very interesting to hear from you. All right, and Europe Composite Index. That's going to be my next signal. Nice. Ooh, gold. It's just some news just came out probably, and all right, digital dragons, another one. And let's go back to crash 300. So let's see. So I know some people who trade this asset, and the way they do it, they okay, so let me reload the platform again. And basically, what they do is um, they do the opposite. So after each new crash, they in fact open up trades, kind of like this counter crash strategy. And their strategy is basically based on this statistical thing that there should not be too many um, there usually aren't two red candlesticks together. So usually there's one red candlestick, and then there are three, 5, 6, 3, I don't know, 10, 11. So more than one green candlestick, and their strategy is based upon this notion. So it's, yeah, I mean, yeah, this strategy exists. Some people, some people use that. I cannot say that it's, a good or bad strategy. It looks nice. I mean, like, there is some logic behind it, and probably the best way to tell whether this or that strategy is good is to basically ask the person whether, oh, hold on, not 300, but I want to use 30, but to ask him how much money this person makes, say, per week or per month. So is this strategy profitable? That's kind of like that is the only merit that can tell you, whether this or that strategy is good or not. And yeah, righty. So okay, crash 300, no crash detected so far. Right, so let's open a down trade here. As you can see, we dropped below, and this is a classic pullback, and yeah, now it's dropping. All right, so unfortunately here the price didn't hold. All right. Right, Caffeine index have two open trades. How about Kahwa index? 7644.60. So let's try. Ooh, wow, the Euro USD. Wow, that's a lot of volatility here. So why Crash 300 is not available with the FTT mode of trading? Well, it's not available because it's, as you can see on 1 minute, it'll be probably kind of like too predictable. I don't know. It's not just kind of too predictable, but yeah, I mean, some assets are only available with FTT mode of trading and not with Forex. It's kind of like the opposite, like natural gas, I think platinum, and some other ones. So I don't really know the kind of like the exact answer. Just some assets, the nature, liquidity, volatility, and other factors, they make some assets sort of suitable for one mode of trading and sort of unsuitable, non-suitable for the other mode of trading or others like stocks. So yes, some assets you can only trade it on Forex. But I mean, look, this index really, it it with a good strategy, it will basically be able to generate much more, much bigger, much higher profits when traded on Forex mode rather than FTT mode. Because, well, FTT mode of trading, the main problem with it is that your take profit always like sort of equals your stop loss size, right? And here, look, some of my crash 300 trades. So plus 248%. It's not possible with FTT. I think yesterday, or was it the day before yesterday, it was Monday probably, I did a nice trade and I had profits of, so here I used a little bit of martingale also, which works well. And yeah, I think the highest one was plus 359% profits. So plus 279, two trades. So, I mean, I don't really want this asset to be available on FTT. Well, I mean, even if it were available, I would definitely use it in Forex mode, right? So just makes more sense. It's just more profitable. Can I analyze USD JPY? Well, the USD JPY is a very interesting asset, and it is such a tricky one that I don't know what to say about this asset, because it clearly has this psychological level of 150, and when it was trading above, when it was there, I thought that all right, finally we are going upwards, and then boom, all of a sudden another breakdown, and no, we are not going upwards. So it's very difficult. I think now we are below 150, but I'm not even sure that this level matters to this asset, and looks like this asset can just basically behave however it wants. So this asset can just basically go up, go down. But well, now I think it's kind of like 60 to 40% chance that we will go down from here. So, but it still needs to rise a little bit. But look, it's a very tricky one. So there was this uptrend and there was this breakdown, and maybe this uptrend finally got reversed, but I cannot say for sure. It's just so unpredictable. Recently, lately, it's been totally unpredictable. All right, so my dear friends, I think I will be wrapping. I will stop my webinar here, and I will not open any more trades. So it looks like today is not the best, or maybe right now is not the best time for this strategy, because as I can see, this strategy, I only have 40% winning trades, maybe even less, like 38. I don't know what happened, but I basically had this 1, 2, 3, like 5. Was it 5? Yes, it was 5 losing trades in a row. In the beginning, it was kind of 50-50, and then it sort of went into the non-favorable direction for me. So well, this can happen. It's markets, trading live charts, and anything can happen. At the same time, I still want to repeat and to say it once again that this strategy is great. It's one of my favorite strategies, and many big firms, big institutions, big trading institutions, they pay a great deal of attention to 50 SMA, 200 SMA, and a little less attention to the 100 SMA, but 50 and 200, they're these classic ones, and everyone always watches them. So guys, let me stop here at this point. Maybe next time, yes, another crash, market 300, crash 300. So look, this is a wonderful trading asset, and I really enjoy trading it myself, and I will very much likely continue trading this asset more and more, because it's just so so volatile and so exciting. So well, that said, I would like, oh yeah, another crash. So now the big crash. So what I predict now, there will be a few green candlesticks, candlesticks of growth, bullish ones, and then it will be a final reversal, and we have a lot of potential to go down here. Wonderful asset. I mean, if you use proper martingale, your strategy becomes almost unbeatable. Something that can happen with FTT trades, where you just sort of tempted to open trades too often. Now with this asset, you don't have this problem. All right, guys. Finally, that's it for today. Thanks a lot for your attention and enjoy trading, enjoy our platform, and have wonderful profits. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.